with the name of God, who is most loving and merciful. God has created us with a purpose and sent us in this world for a brief period of time, and we will be answerable to God for the things which we are doing while we are here in this world. As most of the people who were attending the event of opening the law office of Brother Naqvi are from different ethnic backgrounds, I would like to keep my comments initially in English and then briefly in Urdu and English and Punjabi. The brothers who share their thought about Brother Naqvi, most of them are from countries where we are most of time struggling financially, or our societies have different issues. That's why we came here in Canada. I have seen Brother Naqvi since my teenage as an exemplary young man, energetic and always helping the community and giving motivational speech, particularly for youth. Apparently, I have seen his college time, his professional life while he was working with his father in law office in Lahore. God bless his father, as his father's desire was like if he can become a judge in Pakistan. Apparently, he tried there, but maybe due to some circumstances, he was not able to go in judiciary department. But he was always very helping for community and youth while he was in Pakistan. In Pakistan, I was never able to talk with him, but I met him in January 22. But I met him back in 2003 here in Canada. Back in 2003, when I came here in Toronto, Ontario, I have seen like the brothers or newcomers, they were going through different difficulties during the initial time when we came here in Canada. So I am living in Saskatchewan, Canada right now. Before coming here, I was working in Ontario and in Ottawa since 2008. As we have a lot of problems in our homelands, most of time the professionals, they try to take shortcuts, or they try to dodge the other community members. We choose Canada as our homeland. Our future generations are going to live here. Each and every step of our life or our actions are being noticed. It is noticed by our Creator, and it is also being noticed by a community around us. Whatever we are doing, our future generations have to face it. Does not, it is positive or negative. I think the most blessed favor of God for us is wisdom or thinking power, particularly the people who are community builders. If we see the history of Canada, the philosophers or the people who have studied the social sciences like law, history, society, they were very crucial in the foundation of Canada. Even today, our immigrant communities and their leaders like Brother Naqvi, they will shape our future here in Western countries. But sometime back home, when we have less resources and more competition, we were always worried about our daily wages. Or in our mother tongue, it is known as Dihadi lag jaye. Does not matter how we earn, how we deceive our community people and able to make few thousand rupees or few $100s. I think teachers, religious leaders, and particularly the people who are working in law department, they have very critical role in shaping the society. As far as money, and in Punjabi it is known as Hathan di Mail. Money is just kind of a bonus. When you do a good for a society, when you work hard, money is nothing. It is kind of a toffee for us, which we will eventually get. But if we work hard with the pure intention and with wisdom and energies which God has given us, we can make much bigger difference in society. As Brother Naqvi has promised with God in his speech, like he will be always helpful for making good. It does not matter in like good is smaller or like the neki is bigger or smaller. With God's help, he will continue his good and helping attitude to make society a better place for everyone. It was a pleasure to meet Brother Naqvi while he was visiting here in Saskatchewan. During COVID time, before COVID, there were few brothers who came from Ontario in Saskatchewan to get certified for their law practice. It was always a pleasure to help and get connected the people, particularly in their related field. One thing I have noticed over the time, our language barrier also make us more struggling for our credential evaluation and equivalency in Western countries. Most of time we spend a lot of our time in paying rent and groceries and bills, and we are not able to get certified here in Western countries. Few brothers who were also present in this office opening ceremony, they have asked me to share my thought, particularly for children education. With God's blessing and with community support and personal efforts, my elder son is going for JD at Harvard Law School. So as here in Canada, the weather and culture and food is not the same which we used to eat in homelands in our original countries. I think collectively we have to work for our children. I work here in pathology lab, and occasionally I also work with school division. So I can see what our children are doing. But unfortunately, we came in a developed country, sometime taking a benefit of a better living condition and become more successful, particularly with strong education. With strong education foundation and cultural and our values, we can make big difference for our society, for our community, and for our future generations. But it is not possible with collective effort. Sometimes we come in Western countries, we try to exploit our community members or try to use the social services for our betterment of life. Instead of hard working, the deceiving way of life will be never helpful for us. As Brother Naqvi is opening office in London, Ontario, where immigrants has recently lost 4 community members due to racism, we have much more bigger goals and objectives to get integrated in this society. The other thing is sometimes we become capsulated in our belief and religious centers and community centers. We never get involved in this society. If we will not able to integrate in this society positively, we may have to face more serious problems. I have lot of family members back in Pakistan. They are working in judiciary and law, and with God's blessing, we have first immigrant brother Muhammad Jamal, who is working the first judge in Canada. As he has also mentioned in a few of his interview, they migrated from Africa to England and then they came to Canada. And according to Brother Muhammad Jamal, it was not possible for him to become a judge in London, England. due to his community hard work. Canada's history, it is first time like a person of color became judge of Supreme Court. I have met in Ontario few brothers. They are working in Canada since 1960. Initially, they were working in immigration, injury and claim. The newcomers, the people who are living here, but as we are capsulated in our certain beliefs, don't become part of society. But at the same time, community leaders, particularly who are working in legal department, instead of leading people with pure intentions, try to start exploiting them or getting benefit. Even the people who became certified who were working since 1960s, but particularly according to my observation, they have spent 80 years of their life here in Canada, but they are still standing at zero. Even financially, they are still struggling. And on other side, they are never satisfied. When we do a good in our life, our mind and internal consciousness is always satisfied. But if I have deceived somebody, my mind will be never satisfied, and my internal consciousness, my ज़मीर जो है वो हमेशा मलामत करता रहेगा. Sorry, my message got long. जी नकवी साहब ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਸਕੂਲ 'ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਸੀ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲੀਡਰ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਨਾ. ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਾਲਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸ਼ਫੀਕ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਸੀ, ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਾਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਰਜਾਤ ਬੁਲੰਦ ਕਰੇ. UET ਲਾਹੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਰੋਨ ਅਪ ਹੋਏ. UET ਦੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤਜ਼ਾਬ ਹਾਤਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਾਲਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਜਾਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਸੀ. ਕਦੀ ਕਦਾਰ ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਸਜਿਦ 'ਚ ਦੀ ਜੋਸ਼ੀਲੀ ਤਕਰੀਰ ਵੀ ਸੁਣੀਦੀ ਸੀ. ਸੋ ਮਾਈ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਇਜ਼ ਲਾਈਕ the only way to make a change in society is education. In our homelands from where we belong, we should start educational programs for struggling students. ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲੀ ਹੈਲਪਫੁਲ ਸੀ. ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਪਿੰਡ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਦੇ ਸਾਬਰਬ 'ਚ ਹੈ. ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਟਡ ਹੈ. ਮੇਰੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਮੈਟਰ ਕਿ ਨਕਵੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਮੁਖਤਲਿਫ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈ, ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ, ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਬਾਈ ਇਲਾਕਿਆਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਲੋਕ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਹਵਾਲੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟੀਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਪਲਿਫਟਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਅਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਵੇਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ 'ਚ ਬਿਹਤਰੀ ਵੱਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ. ਮਮਾਲਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਊਜ਼ਪੇਪਰ ਛਪਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨਸ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੀਏ. ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਐਡ ਇਸ਼ਤਿਹਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਦਾ, ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਦਾ, ਜੁਗਾੜ ਦਾ, ਦੂਸਰੇ ਦੀ ਜੇਬ 'ਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਪਾਉਣਾ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ਤਿਹਾਰ ਹੀ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ. ਅਤੇ ਸੱਜਣੋ ਤੇ ਮਿੱਤਰੋ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਿਆਲ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤਰੀਕਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਡੰਗ ਟਪਾਓ ਪੁਲਿਸੀ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਅਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਲਾਉਣੀ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ 1 ਤੇ 2 11 ਹੁੰਦੇ, 1+1 2 ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, 7 ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ 'ਚ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ, ਬਾਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ 'ਚ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ. ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਮੋਰ ਪਿਓਰਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਬ 'ਤੇ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਰੱਖਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਇਆਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ, ਅਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਵੀ ਨਾਮੁਮਕਿਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਮੀਆਂ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਬਖਸ਼ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ, ਮਾਲੀ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਪਾਣੀ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਪਰ ਮਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਪਾਵੇ, ਮਾਲਕ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਫਲ ਫੁੱਲ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਲਾਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਨਾ ਲਾਵੇ. Our part is to do effort with pure intention, and it is up to God, and He will make it fruitful. Thank you. Fi Aman Allah.